Shalom, my brothers and sisters. Shalom. Welcome. Welcome to Less Than 10 Minutes, Words to Yashar'al, Nation of Believers. And if you are tuning in for the first time, you will come to know that Yashar'al, of whom I am referring, consists of both Hebrew and Goyim, or Abri and Goyim. Goyim, also known as Gentiles or other nations. Those who have been made one by Yahusha, our Mashiach, our Messiah. This is whom these words, these messages are directed. My name is Symmanayah. Today is July 19, 2013. And as always, with any message, I ask you to ponder on the question, could these words, could this message be seeds, water, increase from above? Pray for discernment and execute right rulings. Pray on these matters, for no scriptures are with any private interpretation, as with no message from above. With that said, this segment, I want to continue on about the blueprint that I believe is embedded in the feast. In this case, this one is entitled First Fruits. Who can discern the buried message? While some people might say the Feast of Unleavened Bread and the Feast of First Fruits are one and the same, that is not my argument nor discussion with you. I am not here to make odds regarding that message. But I will say this, first fruits or not, could there be more to the message in the celebration? I want to read Leviticus 23rd chapter, verses 10 through 14. And it reads, "Speak to the children of Yashar'al, and you shall say to them, when you come into the land which I give you, and you shall reap its harvest, then you shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest to the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before Yahweh for your acceptance. On the morrow after the Shabbat, the priest waves it. And on the day when you wave the sheaf, you shall prepare a male lamb, a year old, a perfect one, as a burnt offering to Yahweh. And his grain offering, 2/10 of an ephah of fine flour mixed with oil, an offering made by fire to Yahweh, a sweet fragrance, and his drink offering 1/4 of a hin of wine. And you do not eat bread or roasted grain or fresh grain until the same day that you have brought an offering to your Alahym, a law forever throughout your generations in all your dwelling." As we see here, this passage of scripture speaks on first fruits. And it says, do not eat bread. So, for those who think unleavened bread and first fruits are the same feast, how could that be if here in Leviticus 23:14 he tell them don't eat bread? He didn't say don't eat leaven or unleavened, say don't eat bread. But again, that's not my argument. That's not my bout. That's not what this message is about. Could it possibly be an embedded message as it relates to the first fruits? Who has inquired about the value in first fruits? We take so much for granted, my brothers and sisters. Are we sometimes compared to a tree, or a tree compared to us? Are you aware that some fruits and or vegetables mature or ripen quicker than others of the same type? If you are able to receive this and was concerned about survival, one could come to the conclusion that first fruits may have a value greater than the fruits in or other vegetables of its same type. In other words, if you were thinking about survival of a plant and you were planning and racing against time, could the survival of a plant be carefully planned by gathering the first fruits? For in the first fruits you will find the seeds for creating more plants, more fruits, more vegetables. Is or could there be a reason the Most High want us to recognize the value of first fruits? Is it possible that some of us may mature in service to the Most High quicker than others? Do you believe it is possible to accelerate our belief more readily by acknowledging the mature among us? If we went from understanding the importance of righteous instructions as we discovered in the Feast of Passover to discerning there's a difference between righteous leaven and unrighteous leaven or influence in the Feast of Unleavened Bread, is it possible to see the blueprint for service is coming together, moving on to the Feast of First Fruit? Now those who can receive this, I ask you, would it be wise to identify those who are mature in order that righteous order and structure can be recognized more efficiently, more productively, more righteously? Look at all that we've been taught. Can you see a blueprint, an embedded message in each feast that could last for generations to come? I ask, if you think I'm adding to this, ask yourself, are any of the words that I presented untrue? Is it untrue that there are some fruits that mature sooner than others? Is it untrue that there is righteous leaven and unrighteous leaven? Have I said anything untrue about instructions regarding the Passover? Did they not occur? Let us begin to look at this blueprint. Let us begin to realize the message. Let us begin to embrace what we can agree upon and place before the altar of Almighty Yahweh for clarity on the things we find a struggle to receive. When we read that the Spirit makes alive what is written and that the letter kills, who has given thought to how much life can we receive from a passage of Scripture in or from the teachings presented to us? How much can we be taught? How much is there to give? I think in abundance, in overwhelming and righteous abundance, there is so much that we can receive. Well, if you find these words, this message difficult to grasp, I encourage you to pray and ask yourself, is any of this possible? Is any of these words true? Are any of these words true? Pray and ask yourself, pray and ask the Most High. Seek the guidance. Seek to discern righteously and execute right rulings on this message. Believe it or not, sometimes people struggle with discernment because of strongholds in their life. Nevertheless, my brothers and sisters, I have presented what I was compelled to share. Pray and watch, for if my words are true, they will accomplish the task they are designed to perform. Until next time, my brothers, my sisters. Until next time, my family, Yashar'al. Continue to press forward in worship and obedience. Continue to increase in discernment and understanding. And may Yahusha be lifted up in all our actions of obedience. Until next time, shalom, shalom, shalom.